Hello, and welcome back to the Keagan Ruins Everything podcast. I'm Nick, here with your associates, Keagan and Callum, and today we're going to be discussing why cats, objectively, have more hair than dogs. Thoughts?
That's not
What?
at all what we'll be discussing today.
No.
I thought it was, but that's what I came in here with the discussion it was going to be.
No.
No.
I don't recall talking about that.
I do.
Who are you talking to?
Himself.
I have schizophrenia.
Oh.
Okay.
Well,
Welcome back to the Keagan Ruins Everything podcast.
I'm Keagan, and I ruin everything.
Yeah, I'm Callum. I still don't exactly know what I do here.
We're not quite sure. You're just here to be a personality.
You're smart.
Sure.
Okay,
Like, fall
so
off.
are we gonna go into some would you rather's?
Oh yes, I forgot to prepare some. So yes,
Oh,
I will
that's fine.
also be freestyling them today. All right.
Yeah, okay. Sec.
Who wants to go first?
Callum, you go first.
Wait, they don't have to be what you rather. Here, I'll just start with one.
Okay, yeah.
What's your guys' favorite chocolate bar?
Oh,
I don't know. I kind of like arrows. I'm not gonna lie.
that's because it's just chocolate.
True.
I like Kit Kat personally.
Kit Kats are good.
Although I don't eat them the way you're supposed to. I just take a big chomp out of it.
Oh, yeah. We have a story about that, Keagan.
Stop looking at me with that looking.
I'm looking at Nick in disappointment once again. 2 episodes in a row.
No,
Nick, how could you?
Okay, so basically, a couple weeks ago, I got a Kit Kat.
Oh god.
So we're at like a store. I pick up a Kit Kat, and I it's like I think there's like 8 Kit Kat like tiny
It doesn't
bar
matter
thing.
how many
I don't
there
know.
are,
Okay,
Callum.
whatever. Either way, so I break off one of the bars and I just like slide it into my mouth
The
sideways.
whole thing into his mouth. I'm like, bruh.
And it took me about like 4 times of doing that for Keegan to actually notice I was like putting them in weirdly.
I'm like, bruh.
And now I'm just gonna eat Kit Kats like that all the time.
That's a good idea.
It is.
Very strange.
Callum, would you go into our next one?
Yes. Oh boy.
I
I guess what would you view as more important, like electricity or like water?
Water.
Well, like water sanitation and like
water sanitation.
yeah.
Water sanitation.
Water sanitation.
Because humans can't live without water.
He's not wrong.
True. I don't know. I was just thinking about like the Monopoly board.
Oh my.
Okay. Would you rather have out of control body hair or a strong, pungent body odor?
So are we saying like shampoo or like
Wait, hold on. What
soap
was the
doesn't
question?
affect the body odor?
Yeah,
Like
no, shampoo
cologne?
does not affect anything.
Okay. So out of control like body hair, could you like shave it, or like
Does if
Like-
you shave it, it just grows back.
like
Pretty
how
much instantly.
fast?
Very.
Okay.
Yeah, goes back like insanely fast.
Wow.
Like,
okay.
Super fast. Super fast.
You're just looking at how loud you're being.
You know what? I like to have my audio crisp and smooth. We got a new mic in today.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, we
I
did.
brought my stepbrother's microphone. Shout out to him. Not gonna say his name.
He'd have to be a bad because I'd have to bleep it. But yeah,
I
we
did
got a
say
new
some
mic.
other thing.
Audio quality should be better now because it should be. So
Well, hopefully.
Yeah. If it just tell us what you think in the comments on if you're viewing this on YouTube.
Yeah.
and if you're on Spotify,
I don't know. Just watch it.
go to,
Just
just keep listening.
Yeah.
I
keep
don't know. Go to
listening.
our Instagram at Keagan Ruins Everything and tell us what you think.
Hey, this isn't the shoutouts yet. We'll do that at the end.
Yeah.
Callum,
I'm
please
just
go with your
saying.
would you wait was it?
It's
my turn.
Keegan's turn.
Would you rather lose the ability to read or the ability to speak?
I feel like we already had this one, didn't
No, we
we?
had something similar, but it was a lot stupider the last time.
Yeah. We don't talk about it.
Speak, because you could just write everything down.
Right, or read, because I could still speak.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably go with...
Dude, we won't be able to do the podcast
Speak.
anymore if we can't speak, Cal.
Okay, yeah, that's true. I didn't
Good
think
point,
about that.
Good point.
Very good point.
Okay, Callum, it's your turn, buddy boo.
Yes, I'm actually prepared.
You are.
Would you rather meet George Washington or the current president of the United States?
George Washington.
the current president of the United States, obviously.
Oh god.
Mr. Donald Trump himself.
Yeah.
I'd meet him and I'd say, "Sir, you're doing a fine job running the country. Your Republican laws have led this country into prosperity and will do so in your next term, as you will
Shut
be
up.
elected."
Yeah.
Dude, you're not even American. You're
I know.
promoting an American.
I am promoting an American, my
President.
favorite American.
No,
actually.
Oh,
he is
yeah,
the
favorite
worst,
American.
man. He sucks.
Okay,
Isn't he like Scottish though?
I
Like,
don't even know at this point.
I just thought he was racist.
true.
Okay, here we go. Would you rather not be able to have any kids at all, or the next time you did have kids, it was 5 quintuplets?
Oh,
Not have any kids at all. I'm not about to deal with 5 kids in this day and age.
you see,
They'll
we're-
all be wanting iPads and
Yeah.
stuff. No, I don't got the money.
you see, we're doing like a thing in socials about that right now.
Oh, no.
At least I am. So we did like population pyramids and stuff.
Oh my.
So it kind of relates to it, but like in like countries like in sub-Saharan Africa, mainly, a lot of them have a lot of children being born, but they're not surviving as much.
So
So-
just kill 3 of them off?
I get that's not exactly what I'm advocating for, but if I lived in sub-Saharan Africa, that I guess having 5 children would be normaler.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. Also, we're talking about like living standards
Yeah.
in like Canada and all that. So
Okay, Keegan,
Yeah.
it's your turn. Stop looking around the room. You
I'm
literally
tr-
have them on your phone.
I'm trying to think of a good one. Oh yeah, do you guys prefer working in a group or working alone for school projects?
For school projects.
Or just anything, I guess.
That's difficult. Would it be like the same amount of work? Like I had to do the same amount of work in a group project or a solo project, or would it be like, here's a project, you can either choose to do it in a group or
Well,
choose
you-
to do it in a solo.
and
you,
also,
you can choose. No, it's like what do you prefer working at? It's not even just school projects. It's just in general.
Yeah, but
Okay.
like say
do the other people do the work?
Yeah.
Okay.
they do their work. That's still difficult.
Also, do you choose the other people? Like,
Sure, if you want.
Well,
Personally-
I like that because I just don't do my work in a group project and let everybody else do everything for me. But if that wasn't an option, it would definitely be by myself.
I like working in groups because not only, well, I can socialize with others too, so I won't be just alone.
I still haven't
Yeah.
found the lonely workplace yet. I see how it is.
I would honestly probably go alone. Keegan, stop. No, don't.
Making annoying noises.
Would you rather?
No, it's counting.
No,
Oh,
it's
wait,
my
never
turn,
mind.
you
Oops, sorry,
moron.
sorry.
You.
Um.
I'm so outrageous.
Okay. Would you rather put a stop to war or end world hunger,
End world hunger for 500.
Alex?
Nick?
You there?
What was the thing?
Oh my god. He was just dazed out looking at his phone. He's like,
Put a stop to war or end world hunger.
Like stop war forever?
Yeah.
Like what would world hunger be? Just like everybody gets a certain amount of food at the same time?
Yeah, I guess like everyone just stops being like
So,
hungry.
like everybody gets like a loaf of bread every day.
dude,
Yeah,
just
like
nobody's
well,
starving anymore.
nobody's starving,
But
Just say they have a McDonald's
and they
and
stay.
they all have nice, well-paying jobs.
Yeah, and they stay not starving forever because there's always going to be enough food to feed everyone.
there's like is the amount of resources Earth have.
We don't consider the resources.
So the resources are the same.
We don't
Oh
consider
my
we
God.
don't consider the probability of all the wars just ending and what implications that would have.
Oh, well, you hit your phone
It-
again.
So okay. So let me get this straight. It's all wars just stop,
Yeah.
or the world's resources are used up in a last-ditch effort to feed everybody on the Earth.
No,
No,
they're not
no,
used up.
Food just multiplies, okay?
Food just multiplies. The that one, obviously.
Okay.
Scientists make unlimited food.
That was more complicated than I envisioned.
Nick is special.
Would you rather 5% of the population have telepathy or 5% of the population have telekinesis? You are not part of the 5% of that have telepathy or telekinesis.
Telepathy.
It doesn't matter then. Like,
Yes.
I picked telepathy because if they all had telekinesis, they'd all just like there'd be like super villains, and then they'd be like moving moving cars and stuff around.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, can I change mine?
No!
I like this one a lot more.
You can do it for your
Make
next
it
one.
next
Okay.
one.
Okay.
And then Nick's next one will be our last one probably.
Yeah.
All right.
Unless you guys want to do another
Keagan.
one. What's your guys' favorite fast food? No, what's your guys' favorite place to eat out?
Huh.
Like fast food.
We don't really have that many places
Just like
here.
fast food restaurant.
Subway.
It doesn't have to be. It can be
Subway.
okay.
Yeah, we don't really have that many places here now that I think about it. Like,
And don't say them or I'll have to bleep them.
I'm sorry, you already said Subway though.
Yeah, but Subway is literally just fast food. There could be any Subway in the world.
Okay,
You don't have to bleep.
so
a
can I not say
restaurant name.
McDonald's then?
You can say
No,
McDonald's.
you can't say stuff like that would be specific to this location.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Like
Blank.
blank. Pretend I bleeped that out.
Beep.
Okay, here we go.
Makes bleep noise. That'll be our bleep noise.
Alright, Subway still.
Okay. Probably White Spot.
White Spot's decent.
I still say Subway.
Yeah, okay, Nick, we can.
Keagan, what about you?
I can't decide.
Okay,
Snap.
your turn.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, snap. I've heard this one before. Would you rather no one showed up at your funeral or your wedding?
Wedding.
Wedding.
Step out of it, boy. Okay.
Filler
Wedding.
audio.
Wedding. Let's go. High five, but make it a quiet high five. There we
Yeah.
go. Nailed it.
Okay, my turn. Would you
Wait,
rather?
wait, come on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, honestly, probably wedding.
Okay, I like this one. Would you rather be an unimportant character in the last movie you saw, or an unimportant character in the last book you read?
What was 1917? Was that the last movie?
Yeah.
That's not good. Jeez.
Like,
I'm gonna go with 1917.
What's the last book you read?
It was a short story.
About.
So it was just some horror story. It was not very good.
Okay. Well, I'm torn because like the last book I read was a medieval fantasy that's pretty good, and the last movie I watched was The Irishman, which is like about the mob.
Oh wait, no. My last movie I've seen was Jojo Rabbit.
oh yeah.
I'll
So
be
World War
unimportant.
II.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow,
I'll
that's
be
so much
unimportant.
better.
I'll be unimportant in Jojo Rabbit.
I will be unimportant in The Irishman. Wait, no, all the people who were unimportant in The Irishman got killed. Never mind. I'll be unimportant in the book.
Yeah, I'll be unimportant in the movie 1917.
Okay, that brings a wrap to the
Whatever.
Would You Rather
Would you
section
rather.
of the
Would
podcast.
you rather questions, whatever. The getting to know us better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna move into
Just talking.
Talking,
any
yeah.
current events you guys hear about lately.
Let's see. I mean, I do got one thing. Like, I don't know. It was something about like Boris Johnson wanting to build a bridge between Scotland and Northern Ireland.
That
I
sounds
see.
fun.
Yeah, it's supposedly
Because
going to cost
Brexit.
£20 billion.
Holy
That's a
cow.
lot of money.
Like, how big would this bridge be?
Big.
Pretty big. Scotland and Northern Ireland.
Yeah, I know,
There's
but like, I want to know like exactly how big it would be.
Okay.
I don't know, big. You're making me look this up.
Yes.
Okay.
That's pretty crazy, actually.
Okay, I got some things right now.
Okay.
So Brazil, a new virus has been discovered in Brazil that hasn't fit any
Oh.
genes of the other.
Bro.
So I mean, like coronavirus V2, I guess. Coronavirus has killed 1,000 people at this point.
Ooh,
which is
it's getting
a lot.
there.
Isn't it slowing down, though?
It is slowing down.
Yeah. And also, it's 12 miles.
It's
Wow,
12
ladies and
miles.
gentlemen.
That's
Yeah.
a long
Wow.
distance.
Yeah.
How much is that in? Oh, the Oscars were Sunday actually.
Oh, yeah,
yes,
they
the
were.
Oscars. Well, how do you say the actor for Joker's?
For
Is it Joaquin Phoenix?
I haven't seen
Is
Joker.
that how you say his name?
Like,
Yeah, I still haven't even seen the movie. Have you seen
Supposedly it's-
Joker?
I have not seen Joker.
supposedly
Yeah,
it's pretty good, but
So,
Yeah.
supposedly it's
I
pretty
hear
good.
it's really good from some people, and my dad did not like it. And I've actually seen some people online that's been saying
Apparently,
it's not very
it's a specific type of movie.
It's because it doesn't fit like old Joker, really.
Yeah. It wasn't really. I think people were expecting it to be like a superhero movie, but
I
when it gets down to it,
was
Joker
thinking Batman
and Joker in the Batman. It was Joker and Batman.
I know, but
but,
more.
Like Joker in the Batman didn't have any superpowers. He was
I
just
know.
mentally insane and had a bunch of
Mhm.
followers, and that they did a really good job of presenting why in that movie.
true. Yeah.
I did watch to the Oscars Parasite, which I had heard
Oh
of
yeah,
before
yeah.
the
yes,
Oscars.
me too. I
Yeah.
heard that.
4 Oscars.
Yep,
And he said he was the actor.
international film.
Wasn't it
Yeah.
like from
The
South
direct.
Korea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
The first non-English movie to win Best Film.
Yeah, I believe the director said something along the lines of beyond the subtitles or something like that. I don't remember what the quote was, but he's saying you should watch more international movies because there are a lot of good ones, not just America and Canada. Or
Hollywood.
English
Yeah.
just
movies
good.
are good. Like
You watch more subbed.
yeah,
You
Yeah.
don't. It doesn't need to be English.
Yeah.
Which I agree with. You can find some gems.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Movie I was rooting for, because we all root for like at least one movie. When you go in, let's be honest
I
here.
was not because I didn't watch the Oscars.
I didn't watch
believe.
the Oscars, but like
I was kind of rooting for The Irishman because I had just watched it that day. 3 hours and 30-minute movie, by the
Oh
way.
my god!
It was
jeez.
long, but
Was
it
it
was
good,
it was really good.
What was it about?
This one guy who has a job as a trucker, and he gets brought into this world of like the mob, and this like he becomes best friends with like the president of the union and like in America, and he has to like whole battle between like the mob and the president of the union. They're just like it's really good.
Wow,
Then eventually he has to kill like his best friend, and that was like
that's
hard.
might be
That's
worth
it.
watching then.
It was quite good. I mean, if you can, I gotta say, there's like
you have to have the
between the
attention span.
first 20 minutes and until you get to about I'd say an hour and a half hour, it's a slog. But
Yeah.
because the movie's just like has to explain everything, but then you get to like the hour and a half mark, and it's just so good from there.
Well, that's with most movies, I guess. Like a lot, like in a lot of movies, I see there's like so much.
Build.
I would say unnecessary plot, and
Yeah.
to some
Unnecessary
extent,
build-up.
unnecessary build-up. Like once you get to a certain point.
The best part of The Irishman, though, was that anything, because it was such a long movie, they had time. They could go, well, here's the minor stuff that started at the start of the plot. Now we can wrap up that arc at the end. And they wrapped
Yeah.
up like 5 arcs at the end of the movie. And it was just really, really good. You could see how the character development changed the characters and not only how it affected the main character and his choice. It was just such a good movie.
Intriguing. Might check that out sometime.
You sounded very enthusiastic.
I also,
I kinda
okay, and then
spaced
I
out.
watched 1917 the day before.
1917 is great.
Also a great movie. The
I
camera
loved
work
it.
in the movie was amazing.
It was
Oh,
it
yeah.
was a great
Yeah.
movie. I saw how it was filmed with the running scene
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
trenches.
I love
That was
it. I mean,
great.
it looked a little awkward when he was just kind of walking through the battlefield, and you're just like, "Why are you walking? They're literally running in 30 seconds. Just start running."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just oh. Dude, how he has like infinite stamina in that movie. He's just running for half the movie. Like, go.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of have to if you're gonna be in World War II.
One.
Or one.
One.
I'm
I know,
stupid.
but, like,
I'm
I
stupid.
do have to criticize like those like I probably shouldn't spoil it too much, but I mean I don't know like
Spoiler alert.
yeah I guess like those German soldiers chasing after him like in the fiery area like they were just running after him and they occasionally like shoot but like they
Yeah.
could shoot while they're running probably
They
Yeah,
they
when
did
he was
have
running
they
away
kind of
from
had
him.
what we call stormtrooper aim.
yeah
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I literally thought the same thing when I was watching that part. I'm like, There's some Star Wars stormtrooper aim right here, man.
Yeah.
It was in
It
every
was
shot.
still quite a good movie. Definitely the
Oh, yeah.
cinematography and the
I loved
acting
it.
was the best part
Oh
of
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
it was rough when. So another spoiler alert: when the airplane crashed, and then like they tried to help the German, but then he stabbed his friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was rough.
I was like, dang.
Damn, just spoiled the entire movie. So he
Yeah.
doesn't get there. He dies, gets stabbed by not a German, actually, just this random woman on the street lying there. And
What?
then the rest of the
What?
movie
What are
follows
you
this
talking
woman
about?
and her quest to kill Donald Trump as she ages.
I don't.
Oh, you don't remember
you
that?
don't remember this part.
Okay. They are trolling so hard.
Oh, really?
Now you'll
What are
never
you
know what was
talking-
real and what wasn't real.
I just told them what was real.
No,
what wasn't real.
no, the movie's from 1914 and you go after Donald Trump.
Yeah.
That's totally legitimate.
The movie's literally called 1917,
Yeah.
but hey.
Okay,
Or,
anyway.
sorry, 1917, yeah.
I think that's.
I also, well, the 2 days before that, I
watching
watched
all
another
the movies.
movie, Marriage Story, which was also really good.
I watched.
I'm surprised that one didn't win an Oscar. Like, that was such a good movie.
I saw Jojo Rabbit the other day. It was a good movie, actually, or I guess a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was really. It was good. It's about this this young kid who's in the or training to be in the Schutzstaffel. He's like 10 years old.
Schutzstaffel.
Yeah, so that's Hitler's army.
Security
Yeah.
force.
And then there's this imaginary Hitler that he has.
I love that plot point. Like, who else would look at this story and go, yeah, let's make him have an imaginary Hitler that talks to him and gives him advice.
Yeah, it's actually great. And then his mother's like hiding this Jew, and then he's like, "Oh, you're not human. Tell me all of the non-human things you guys do and stuff like that." He writes this book for his commanding officer. It's a funny movie. It's got some realistic stuff, but also some not. Yeah, it was a good movie. I liked it. You guys should check it out.
It's very cool how we just moved into, like, spoiling movies now.
Yeah, we're the movie spoilers. Scratch Keegan ruins everything. The movie spoiler.
Okay. I have a story I want to tell
Ooh.
because I like this story. Okay.
Oh, is this your work one?
Yeah.
We're moving.
So
Okay.
on the side, just a couple times on weekends, I'll go and referee little children's soccer games because I'm nice like that.
No, he needs the
I
money.
mean,
I need
I
the
think
money.
it's for
I
a
need
different
the money.
reason.
And so one time I was just going to ref a rep game, which is like
Competitive soccer
competitive soccer. So this
for
game
children.
matters, except it didn't matter. I found out afterwards because it was just an exhibition game. One better team plays a worse team to just get warmed up for the season. So I go to the field. Only one of my assistant referees are there, or the linesmen, the people who run up and down the field with the flags. Only one of them shows up. So I have to get a parent from the audience to get a penny and start flagging it either way and teaching him the hand signals. Then I go up to one of the team's coaches and I say, "Hey, do you think you're ready to start in 5 minutes?" And she goes, "Well, actually, the game was supposed to start at 3 and it's at 2:58." I'm like, "Okay." The other team hasn't even taken the field yet, so I can't really start at 3. And we kind of have to wait for them to take the field. So would you be ready to go in 5 minutes? She goes, "Okay, fine, that's good, I guess." So I go, I talk to the other coach, I introduce myself to the players. That all went fine. I start the game. It immediately shows that the one team with the less nice coach was was bigger. They were stronger. They would just go in for the ball, and one team would fall. It was fair contact, shoulder to shoulder, which is okay in soccer. And the smaller children would fall over. I cannot call that. That's not a foul. That is just one team being stronger than the other. One team was starting to get hurt. I think you can guess which team. At halftime, I call it. The team who is getting hurt flags me over, and they say, "Hey, we're not having a good time. Get a rein on these guys, we're going to leave." And I go, "That's serious? Okay, I'm going to talk to the other team." I talk to the other team. I go and I talk to them and I say, "Hey, the other team's going to leave if you guys don't calm down. Calm down." And the players kind of look wide-eyed because the ref hasn't talked to them like this. And their coach is agreeing with me, which I thought was a good sign because she doesn't seem like an agreeable person. Keep in mind at this point as well, the assistant referee who did show up to the game wasn't calling half the calls she was supposed to make, and that resentment was from like goals being scored when they're supposed to be offside. That's her job, not mine. And because she wasn't calling that, I was getting the coaches were getting mad at me.
Shouldn't you have like told her that was offside?
I was. She was also the daughter of the head of referees. So if I was mean to her, I might get like she could tell her mom. I would get kicked off the refereeing force. So I go.
Refereeing force.
You know what? I couldn't think of another name. So then halftime starts. The bigger team, I got to admit, they were nicer. I still couldn't call anything. I called one foul because I'm just like, I got to give this team something. I end the game.
Yes, I said good call, ref.
Yeah, they said good call, ref. I end the game.
They did it in hockey too.
I end the game. The assistant referee walks away without even talking to me, which you're supposed to do. I talk to one team. They say everything was fine. You did a better job. I go and I talk to the other team, and the coach, who hadn't spoken to me since the very start, where she demanded the game be played by 3, comes up to me and says, "Hey, just to let you know, I thought you did a terrible job refereeing this game. There's multiple missed calls, and you let this other team just get bullied. I am going to submit a formal complaint under your name because you were just a terrible referee." And I look at her and I go, "Is there anything I can do about this?" And she goes, "No." I'm like, "Okay then. I can't convince you out of this, so I'm just going to walk away." And so I literally left the field incredibly angry with 2 complaints. The other team also filed a complaint as well without even telling me beforehand. I left the field with 2 complaints and not being able to make any money for 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
That sounds fun.
That sounds horrible, man. I can't believe some of these people were an exhibition match.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like the game didn't even matter.
It didn't even matter. Like,
yeah.
Who cares that much about it?
That's crazy. That's absurd.
It was just not a good experience.
Do you have any other reffing stories?
Reffing stories? This one time I reffed a game that was just very like it was a 3v4 for one team.
Wow.
It was like we were playing half pitch, and there was this one kid who was like, it was like an 8-year-old game, and this one kid was just like playing at the level of a 15-year-old. So he would just like run at people, dribble the ball around them, chip it over their heads, kick in the goal. I think the final score was 32-0.
Ouch.
Oh my lord. Yeah, I was at my little brother's hockey tournament, and I saw this little prodigy playing. He was like dangling the puck under his leg. He's like probably like 7 to 8 years old. He's like moving around. He's like hitting it like around people. He's like doing some crazy tricks. He's like hitting it top shelf on like the goalie. I'm like, wow, this kid's a prodigy.
This kid is insane at what he chose to do.
No, like I
I've also seen some insane. Sorry,
I've
also seen some insane little soccer players. Like I was at a mini World Cup with my little brothers a couple years ago. This kid was crazy. He was like shipping the ball, like what you said. He was chipping the ball over the kid's heads. He was like doing Maradonas. He was like, he rainbowed at the end of the game. I'm like, who is this kid?
Well, okay, in my game, at one point, all three guys on the other team were like, look at each other and just made a silent agreement. We need to rush this kid. And so they literally all rush this kid. He kicks the ball backwards to the goalie, and the kids all like kind of not tackle him, but kind of just jump on him, and the goalie just has the ball. They don't realize the goalie has the ball. They're just still jumping this kid. The goalie's just like, guys, I'm the one that actually has the ball. You can stop assaulting him now.
was that the call you made?
Yeah. Because they were just jumping on him. I called the whistle. I'm like, guys, he doesn't even have the ball. Please stop.
Yeah, no. So when I was, I never actually like reffed, but my cousin reffed. So he was reffing a game once, and this girl, I think it was like I don't know. I think she was. I think he said she was like 12 or something. I don't know. She has the ball on like a throw-in, so she just like steps back a bit to start the throw-in, and she ends up doing like a cartwheel and then
With
throws
the ball.
and then like throws the ball into our teammate.
Bro.
And he was just standing there like shocked, like
when you're doing the gymnastics routine before doing soccer.
like
Oh my god.
I don't know whether it was legal. I don't think he called it because I don't think he
That
knew
was
whether it was legal
crazy.
either. But
Dude, you gotta give respect.
Yeah.
Respect. Style points.
It's like, damn, that was so good. I'm giving you guys a goal for that.
yeah.
I actually have a work story or two I'd like to share. I've been working at my store for about 6 months, coming up on 7 pretty soon here. And I was closing one night, and this lady and her boyfriend come in. They come to order something, so they're looking. She's hitting her vape in the store when there's nobody around, but she's like hitting it, and then she's like doing like circles and stuff and pushing them away. I'm like,
Vape tricks.
yeah. I'm like, what are you doing?
Dude, you're your own air show. What is going on?
I was going to tell her that she can't do that in here, but her boyfriend's was jacked, and I was like, I don't know if I want to tell her that. I was like, yeah, I don't want to get my R's beaten up by like some guy.
I mean,
who just came
technically,
to
if
the
you
store.
did get beat up, you could file a complaint
A complaint.
to the police.
A complaint to
I forgot what it was called.
Nick just took his
Right when I took a sip of water.
Uh,
Oh yeah, yesterday Nick made me buy him $2.50 of Dasani water.
I got the Dasani water bottle
Oh
now.
my god.
there's another one down here too.
Oh, so Colin, do you have any work stories?
No, not really. Except for, okay, I guess I do.
Alright, talk about when you started.
I don't remember when I started.
Well, okay, so Cal had a summer job.
Yeah, I had a summer job. So by the end of the job, I guess I got to know somebody. Well, I got to know quite a few people quite well. So this guy, it was kind of like a catering business in a sense. So this guy has like a tray full of glasses. It was his first day. He's walking out from like the dish pit. And
Dish pit.
yeah, he just drops all the glasses.
Like at the same time, or just one goes plop, plop, plop.
No, he just like all of them just fall down on the floor, and he just breaks all of
That's
them.
tough. Oh my.
His first day on the job for
Oh.
him, and
At first and last day on the job.
he stayed there.
Oh, that's good.
And then a bit later, when I actually got to know the guy, we were both working in the dish pit, and he goes out every once in a while, and like I think one day he dropped 3 glasses by accident, and then a couple days later, we're working again, and he drops another glass.
Oh my.
Must have cost this company over $1,000 in just glasses.
Like he's just there hemorrhaging glasses. I hope not on purpose, but that was about the only funny thing
Want
that
to tell us a
happened.
couple times that you've dropped glasses?
Yeah, so I dropped the glasses twice, maybe 3 times, something like that.
It's a number.
Yeah, I didn't keep track after the first one. I know I wasn't like 50, but it
wasn't less than 7.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I was stacking up some cups, and I just kind of dropped one. And the trays didn't quite fit all the glasses on them.
Oh my lord.
So it was like a 4x3. So if you're trying to stack it up, one of the glasses a couple of the glasses would be kind of on a slight angle. So one of those glasses just tipped off and fell.
Oh, that's yikes. You know what's annoying? Whenever Nick's not talking, he's on his phone doing something.
I'll stop.
Yeah, we all have to listen to you talk for 90% of the phone.
And neither of us went on our cellular devices.
Yeah, okay. Good point.
I think the episode of this one should be Nick talks about soccer.
I'll just yeet my phone real quick.
Nick and his phone addiction.
Okay. Anything else you boys want to talk about?
Any other stories? Anything else, guys?
I guess I'll bring up the fire story.
The fire story.
It didn't
The
happen.
house that was on
Yeah.
fire? No.
No?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Why not?
Because it's not very relevant at all.
No, it's very relevant. We're talking about stories, and
Tell the story,
if
Chaz.
nobody else has anything to add, I'll talk about it. So this is a long time ago. Like, I was 7, maybe. I don't know. So I'm just walking there with my friend. I've told this story to Keagan many a times.
Walking where?
On a street.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't reveal the street.
It was near where Keagan used to live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like where I live near Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So I'm just walking on the street with my friend and my mom, and
Mother.
okay. So up on the top of a house, there's like a cigarette kind of like tray, ashtray. So yeah, that's just on fire. There's a fuel tank a bit below that as well.
That was just on fire.
It wasn't a big fire, but it was on fire, yes. So, and there's 2 dogs just barking down, like, bottom level of the house. The tray on fire was on, like, a balcony area. The fuel tank and the dogs were, like, on the cement below. But, it was just on fire. I guess the people inside didn't know. So there were actually people inside the house. So, we called the fire department after we went over to, like, the neighbors beside that house. They weren't home, so we had to go find people who actually were home, tell them the situation. They called the fire department. By the time the fire department arrived, the people in the house had actually came out and, like,
noticed
that their house was, like, maybe gonna burn down. So, if the fire got out of control, of course. But, so they just dumped water on it, and it was fine.
That's usually how it works.
Yeah. A bit of a traumatic story for me, I guess, but it kind of irrelevant.
I know, like fire.
Yeah, so.
I had a story, but I don't remember what I was going to say.
That's usually a bad thing.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's fine. No,
Sorry.
I was thinking about something else. Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so, this isn't what I was going to say, but Nick has a Minecraft world where I was invited to last night, and he killed me for no reason.
Fascinating.
Your stuff's in a shulker box, by the way.
I can't believe this, man.
I
cannot believe this, man. He had the audacity to kill me for no apparent reason. I can't.
Okay.
There was a reason.
I gotta ask my dad something.
Please do tell.
He took my stuff.
Oh. Okay.
No, I didn't.
I forget what you took, but
I
took
didn't take
something.
anything. You wanted me to, like, place something.
No.
So, wait.
You're telling complete fabrication. Complete lies.
Oh, my life. Boy. Oh, yeah. I remember what I was gonna say. So, y'all know how America's known for... Nick, what are you doing? Anyway, y'all know how America's known for their, unsafe school.
Yes.
Yes.
The unsafe school systems.
Yes.
So, we had was it in grade 8 when we had our warning for school shooting?
We had a warning? What?
Yeah, so no one went to school.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody
yeah,
was
that
threatening
did
to
happen.
shoot up a school, so all high schools were shut down, some of the elementary schools.
No, the elementary schools had school.
No, not some of them.
No, they were already in session when it happened.
Yeah, but parents would I remember I was in elementary school at that point. Like, the parents literally came in and took, like, half the kids out.
Yeah.
My little brother, it was I was about to say about the school names. It was at one closer to where I used to go to elementary school, at I. Yeah. So,
I'm gonna be blatantly honest. I don't know what I is, but I'm gonna pretend I know.
Ice, baby.
Whatever. It's one of the high schools.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No,
okay.
I got it.
The
now.
one that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Anyway,
Really.
I was like kind of worried, and my mom was kind of worried, but I'm like, just leave it there. And then the cops arrested the guys who made the threat. And my friend bought us all Hand Simulator, and we just played Hand Simulator all day.
Yeah. It was a pretty good day. I'm not gonna lie.
It was all right. Aside from the
aside from the incident, but
yeah.
I mean, pretty good day overall.
I've had a lockdown with like a cougar and a sketchy guy. Oh, I have a story.
Okay.
So in elementary school, there was this guy. We'll call him Bill. We'll call him Bill. Anyway, our principal was walking with him, and he dropped Bill's camera and broke it. And then Bill
It was his phone.
freaked out.
His phone.
I
thought it was a
remember
camera.
this story.
I heard camera. Anyway, he ran down to the kitchen at the first layer of the school. He grabbed a knife, and then he pointed it at the principal and injured his arm. And then they called a lockdown.
I don't think.
I don't think that broke it, but no, I don't know. He came to school the next day.
From what I know, I'm pretty sure he threw it. And it didn't injure his arm, but I'm pretty sure he did throw it.
Oh, yeah, he did throw, that's for sure. Anyway, they called a lockdown.
Understandably.
Yeah, it was scary. I was kind of worried.
I wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't at your school.
Yeah.
They went to a different elementary school, even though he lived closer to the one that I went at.
I was in a special program.
He's a special boy.
It was very special. It was called Montessori. It was very nice. It was basically just a lot more free. Instead of the teacher going up to the board and just being like, hey, this is what we're learning. I'm going to talk to you now for an hour, and then you're going to all get the same worksheet.
Whoa.
Montessori was like, hey, you have an hour to do whatever you want. You can do your work, or you could not do your work. We really don't care, as long as it gets handed in at the end of the month. Classic Montessori also has all these works better in little children, has all these tools for learning math and language and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I say it's very good for younger grades, and I think younger grades should definitely at least try it. But for high school level, even grade 6 and 7 and 8, I don't think it should be implemented at that age, because the choice for a child to just have to not do work is too much for that age group. Because just going to school and doing nothing, it's the appeal of all children.
I'm in grade 8 here. This one person, she didn't do her work in class, and her excuse was why would I do work at school when I can do work at home later?
And she never did any of her work at home later.
Damn.
It was honestly peak logic right there.
The Montessori program, it was definitely worked for some people like me and my friends, but for other people, they were trying to just sit there all day doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean,
it kind of prepares you for high school, though.
Because, in a sense.
In a sense, it also kind of doesn't prepare you. It does the opposite. Because, Montessori, if you want to get up and go for a walk, the teacher can't stop you. You can just get up and start walking. If you want to play a computer game on the computer, the teacher can't stop you. You can do that if you really want to.
Yeah, I guess so.
So it was kind of like Canvas in a way, but a bit less structured.
But it does kind of prepare you in the sense that it'll teach you that if you don't do your work, you will not succeed.
It does teach you that, and that's really good.
Yeah, like you said, that
without being, I guess, told to actually do your work, and being told, hey, it needs to be in here. If you don't have it in here, you're it's less structured, but it still aims you towards the right way.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It seems like it would be pretty beneficial for younger grades.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like what Nick said.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely I've seen the grade the kindergartens, grade 1, grade 2 on it, and it's been proven by scientific study. They pick up mathematics, literacy, socials, and sciences. They think about a rate that's 43% faster than kids in a normal schooling program.
Wow.
That's good.
It's good. It comes out to about even, though, depending on all the averages when you go back to normal kids that our age, though.
Yeah.
So,
see, the last 2 years I hadn't focused on school, and I guess this year I didn't really focus on math, but I've been keeping more on top of my work. See, in grade 7, I didn't really hand anything. And then that kind of snowballed into high school. But now I'm kind of getting into the right mindset of you have to hand things in. You have to do your work.
I think that's why
I'm learning how to focus. I don't focus very well.
That's why I like our school having, for some of you, this might be really weird. Our school has grade 8s, 9s, 10s, 11s, and 12s. Yeah. And I really like that system, because in grade 7 you can still goof off. But as soon as you hit grade 8, you go to high school, and the teachers are teaching you like a high school student. I mean, they're definitely less advanced. It's definitely not complete high school yet. You still have
grade 10 is when you actually get into complete high school kind of.
Yeah, well, that's how they do it.
But it's definitely nice to have the grade 8 and the grade 9 to learn. Mm-hmm. Hey, I need to start getting my stuff in. Because as soon as grade 10 hits, it starts counting for credits. It starts going on your record. If you don't get a good mark, you're not going to get into a good college. And therefore, you need that grade 8 and 9 period for the slower kids to learn, hey, this counts for marks. I've got friends right now who just say, in math class, just say, this is so easy, I'm not going to do this. I say, if it's easy, you should do it more to make sure that you actually do understand this, and you're not just looking at a paper going, "Yeah, this is easy. I could do this," but you can't actually.
See, I did the same thing.
Like even in even in grade 10, like you don't, I guess, have to do your work. I know people who are like, I could do my work, but like I already understand it, and then they go into the test. And sure, if you already understand it, that's great, but you should still practice.
Yeah, that.
And I mean,
that was me in
like,
math.
You could do your work. Like if you don't do your work, it's only harming yourself.
Yeah, in math, I never did anything. I just went to the test and I was like, yes. And I did pass math barely.
Doing your work is preparing you for actually the test.
Let's just put it this way: I got better mark of my exam than I did for my actual math mark.
Oh dear.
But I'm doing an online course right now, and the online course, I looked at it to start with. I'm like, you only have to take 4 tests and 8 assignments this entire course. That's insane. I would usually do probably about 100 assignments and set 10 tests. But then you start looking at it, and there's probably about 30 note-taking courses to take, and about 30 practice assignments. And I'm like, well, I don't have to do the practice assignments. They're not for marks. But then I went through my first unit. I went through my second unit. Did the test, and I got a 79 on the test, which not good for me. That's not good for me at all. And
that'd be great for me.
I look at my back of my marks, and I see, oh, I got a lot of things wrong on the stuff I didn't do practice assignments on. And I just looking back on my work I'm doing right now, I started to do the practice assignments every single time, and I got a way better understanding right now of the stuff we're doing and how that applies to actual word equations. Because it's one thing to go, y equals mx plus b, but it's another thing to go, well, if Susan has 12 watermelons, and those watermelons are added to 7 each time, how much graph this equation?
Yeah.
There's a big leap.
If you can bring it out if you can do word problems, then you're way better off than...
Yeah.
I'd say having them all given to you.
I'd say, at least in my opinion, to those people who just say, I'll get my work done later, you should give them a word problem and say, can you relate this back to what you're doing right now? And if they can't, just say, you may be able to get it when it's just in numbers and letters, but as soon as you hit the word form, that's when it applies to real life, and that's what you need to know.
Yeah. That was actually well said.
Because honestly... that's what they're going to quiz you on. So you got to know that.
Nick's an advanced boyo. He's doing grade 10 pre-calculus math right now.
I hated standard form.
Oh god. All
the
ax plus by equals c.
Ax plus by equals c.
Ax
equals 0 or something.
Ax plus by plus c equals 0.
Yeah. I hate that.
I don't know.
It's so useless.
It's pretty easy because all you have to remember is y equals mx plus b and y minus y1 equals
This is being a more serious podcast.
I just don't like it. I just don't like the standard form because it's just useless.
I don't know. Yeah, there's they're all kind of have stuff, but general form is just useless.
Just a disclaimer. Just be advised that this will probably be a longer podcast than usual. We might approach the mid 50 minutes.
I don't know.
Will it be? I don't know.
Yeah, we're at 40
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Math is cool though because it's you learn one topic, and then you can instantly learn the next topic. And there's five or probably about 8 base things algebra, and then just numbers, division, adding, multiplying, graphing, stuff like that. There's probably 8 of those normally, and then everything from math folds into those 8 core things. And that's why I just find it so cool.
Granted,
very interesting.
Granted, I do think some of the stuff they teach us isn't necessary, and I think I could be better used.
The school system still is kind of flawed.
personally, I would enjoy learning how to do taxes
Or just
before I'm
finance
actually
and-
out
yeah,
of school.
Finance.
Like, weren't we supposed to do a
Yeah,
finance
well,
unit?
yeah, we ran out of time though.
Yeah.
I have to do a finance unit that's at the end of my course.
Yeah,
Lucky.
Yeah, we were supposed to do a finance
It's not
unit.
even. It's not even that though. It's not even like calculating your taxes or stuff like
Yeah,
that.
no, but it's like
literally.
interest and stuff.
Yeah.
It's literally just like I've taken a sneak peek at it. It's literally just like if Susan makes $3,425 a year, what is 12% of that? And you just have to calculate that. And you're like,
I learned
Well-
not to take sneak peeks of
Well,
stuff.
yeah. Well, it also explains interest and stuff like that,
interest. Yeah.
which you could apply
It's
to
like
everything.
Like
yeah.
And taxes.
that's why you just
They can help with
take
taxes and
law
stuff.
or something like that or
Yeah,
business. I don't know.
Yeah,
Callum learned not to go ahead. You
Yeah.
wanna tell your story?
that was a fun story. So, we're doing it in socials, actually a couple of days ago. We're doing something through Canvas, which it's basically a way to hand in stuff and like do assignments online. If you don't know what it is. So I made Keagan, get off your phone.
Sorry.
Stop criticizing Nick for being on his phone.
His computer shipped. He has right to be excited.
I am
Okay,
excited.
yeah, that's fair.
I am excitement. We might be holding
Oh,
a
jeez.
podcast subscriber only server on Minecraft. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see.
We'll see.
We'll see if my computer doesn't catch on fire from that.
No, I shouldn't. You can run high
yeah.
pixels.
I don't even have Hypixel. I don't even have Minecraft on my computer.
Bro, you gotta put
I don't even know where I was now. Hold up.
you were-
Canva,
Oh, yeah,
Canvas.
Canvas. Yeah. So.
different program.
Yeah. So. Do you mind,
Just keep
sir?
going. Just keep going, man.
So we were going ahead a bit, or I was going ahead a bit, and I kind of made this agreement with the teacher, like, hey, can I go ahead? I'm good at socials. I want to see if I can challenge myself. I enjoy doing socials. I want to see if I can just do more socials work and stuff like that. So he said yes. When he said yes, he didn't realize that I could see the whole course. So I could do the whole course. So I could do like all the World War I stuff, which we're supposed to be doing like 2 months down the line. I could do that now. He thought I could only do like what we're doing now and just jump ahead.
He could
like,
have a lock on it.
Yeah. So it did say not published for him when he looked at like the World War I stuff, but I could still access it. So that didn't end great, but we did fix it out, and he got rid of the stuff to go ahead. So we worked it out.
We worked it out.
But I definitely learned that
Teacher was
probably
a little-
clarify before going ahead.
Probably
Maybe-
shouldn't just do the entire unit in just 2 days.
But, hey,
I mean, I went
you
ahead.
learned.
Yeah, I
You
went
learned
ahead
too.
to
you
like.
live, you learn,
Yeah.
you
You
do
guys
better.
both learned.
Oh yeah.
I learned that math is honestly hard now. This is
Yeah.
the first time math has challenged me in
You
my
see-
life, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
weird.
Nick was saying when he was like, dude, you're having trouble with math? Like, and then he's like, yo, how hard is pre-calc? Because I told him, he's like, oh, dude, that's easy. He's not doing it now. He's now like,
It's okay. It's difficult, but it's all.
but it's not that bad.
It has logic to it. You're not
Yeah.
going to be like. You're not going to look at something and be like, I don't know how to even approach this question.
The thing she said was difficult to get the hang of was trigonometry. Like, but once you do get a hang of
Trigonometry is not that bad.
once you get a hang of it, it's
Have you done
so
trig yet?
easy.
No, I'm still on. Arithmetic.
Yeah.
You're doing arithmetic sequences now?
Yeah.
We did that last.
Yeah.
You did that last?
Yeah, we did trig like third.
Third. Yeah.
Oh,
It's the first unit in the textbook, but we did the third.
Trigonometry is so easy.
first
though.
unit for me was the. I think it was review, honestly, on dividing and multiplying
Factors,
polynomials.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
did polynomials.
And then we did a bit of factoring and stuff.
Well, then I went into graphing equations and stuff. Like
Yeah, we did
Oh,
that,
yeah,
and then we
yeah.
went to.
Oh no, I went into domain and range, and now I'm.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, no, we did a minute. Then we did trigonometry, and then we did.
Yeah, I think
Graphing.
I
Yeah.
have a like 1 unit after this that's like really short, just something random, and then I think I got into trigonometry.
I like-
Trigonometry's not bad.
The first couple of days of trig, I definitely struggled.
You just need to remember. You just need to memorize SOHCAHTOA.
or just O.
Sokotoa, that
Yeah.
yeah, I know what
Just-
Sokotoa is.
if you just know O, apparently it works because the H is always going to be on the bottom, and the O is always going to be on the top.
What I've also been what I've seen though is I'll go and like go to like other grade 10s who are doing the same stuff as me and being like, oh, looking at this, and then the textbook is just like miles ahead of what I'm doing. I'm like, huh, this is really easy, or this is really hard compared to what I'm doing. So I'm pretty sure the online stuff is just like infinitesimally easier than what they're doing.
Possibly.
Perhaps,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah. Trigonometry, SOHCAHTOA is just sine is opposite over hypotenuse.
Yeah.
Cosine is
Adjacent over hypotenuse.
and then tangent is
opposite over adjacent. So O is always on the top, and the equation's where it's there.
I don't have paper, so I can't tell you how to write it, but you'll know.
Yeah, and H is always on the bottom in the equation.
Damn, I just walked into a cult room, my lord. You said at the same time.
Yeah.
So hypotenuse over O.
Yeah.
I think
SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA.
Okay, that's gonna be weird. We just take that and we make that the intro.
So good. I like that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
We could do that in editing.
I will do that in editing. That is funny.
I think that's all the time we have today, folks.
Yeah,
55
probably.
minutes. New
that
record.
is pretty damn decent.
Woot woot.
You guys
Yeah,
wanna-
more of a serious podcast this time around. It wasn't bad. We enjoyed it. You
Yeah.
tell us what you think in the comments, or just DM us on Keagan Ruins Everything on Instagram.
Yeah.
And we'll
yeah.
also give
Go
us
to the Spotify listeners. We greatly appreciate you. I kind of want to thank you guys for the support. Like 35 views on a new YouTube channel is kind of
Yeah.
that's good for us considering I only talked to like 4 people about it.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
put it
talk.
on your story.
Yeah, but do you really think
We
anybody
have
cares?
6
I
subscribers
didn't-
already. We have 23 views on episode 1 and 7 views on episode 2.
Yeah.
So
know-
And it's
30
been
views, and then
4
I know
days.
that we have about 10 views on Spotify, so that's 40
Yeah.
listens and views in total. Just want to thank you guys for tuning in. We
Yeah.
thought of making this on a whim, so just thank you guys again.
Yep,
Yeah.
more episodes in the future.
We
Yeah.
will try to make probably 1 to 2 a week.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget to follow Callum's history account.
we're doing
Historical
this
Commissar.
again.
Would you like
Alright.
to spell it out?
Fine.
HIST.
But we can find it in another episode.
Yeah.
Other than that, thanks for tuning in. It's been the Keagan Ruins Everything podcast.
Indeed it has.